Hello friends, today we will have a rather sad release containing information that may not please everyone. Let's start with Toyota. The Japanese manufacturer has officially announced that it is ending production of the Toyota Camry for the Japanese domestic market. This model was present there for as long as 43 years, and now a trifle such a large amount of time the Japanese manufacturer took a decisive step on the table. The reason for this decision was low demand. In just last year, Toyota managed to sell 6,000 sedans in the domestic market, and decisive figures are getting smaller and smaller every year. According to the manufacturer's analysts, the buyer in the local market is more inclined towards SUVs and mini juveniles, while sedans are slowly losing their popularity. So the Japanese buyer will not see the new generation Camry. But for the international market, everything is fine. Toyota is not going to stop production of the sedan and will offer its customers in other regions a completely new car body, which will appear next year. The stylistic Camry 80 will be very similar to the new Crown, which the company introduced earlier, and the novelty will take all the technical part from there, starting with the suspension and ending with interior decoration. 8 dozen will be based on a modified version of the Toyota modular platform. If you think this is something completely new, I'll tell you this. The current generation Camry is based on exactly the same platform. So don't expect any revolution in airplane driving from a new body. The situation is different with the interior. It directly roams here from the Toyota Crown with some minor changes, and the novelty will also boast a completely new multimedia system. The interior itself will become even more spacious and more expensive in terms of finishing. The main engine for the new Camry will be a 2 and 4 liter turbo 4. This engine debuted at one time on some Lexus models and showed itself perfectly there. After all, this is a new generation of engines from a Japanese manufacturer and calmly produces 265 horsepower, which is enough above the roof for a brand new Camry, and besides, this will have a positive effect on fuel consumption. But the 3.5-liter atmospheric V6 will become part of history. Its place will be taken by a hybrid modification consisting of a 2.5-liter atmospheric 4, paired with an electric motor. The power of this installation will be 335 horsepower. There is a high probability that these are not all power plant options that will be offered in the new generation of the Japanese sedan. We will be able to find out more information about this next year, when the novelty will be presented, and it is also possible that this will be the last generation of Camry, after which this name will be assigned to some electric crossover. General Motors is ending production of the current 6th generation Chevrolet Camaro. The last car will roll off the assembly line in January 2024, after which the history of such an interesting model will end forever. Unfortunately, the car did not get a successor due to low demand for this model. The Camaro looks weak compared to its competitors in the Ford Mustang and Dodge Challenger, and General Motors understands this and does not want to pour more money into this model and plans to turn the Camaro into something more than just a two-door sports car. As you probably guessed, the Camaro will not completely disappear from the General Motors model line. The table of the promoted brand is great to use in the future for its own enrichment. And most likely the company will follow the path of the Ford Mustang Mach-E, and turn the Camaro into some kind of electric crossover, which is clearly will be very popular among fans of the brand. After all, whatever one may say, but today the crossover is the most popular segment of the market, and each manufacturer is trying to saturate its model line with such cars as much as possible. From the point of view of General Motors, this is the only way to keep the name of the Mosquito and not let it go into oblivion. But here another question arises. Is it even worth keeping at that price? After all, many will definitely not like this idea. Ford has announced the first recall company associated with the new Ford F-150 Lightning electric pickup truck. The reason for the recall was the high risk of spontaneous ignition of an electric vehicle due to problems with the battery. Here's the news for you. Back in February, it became known that one of the electric pickups completely burned out due to battery-related malfunctions. The company confirmed this and launched an investigation into this case. As a result, the manufacturer revealed a similar problem in another 18 copies of the electric car, which have already been recalled, and dealers, as part of a service campaign, replaced the batteries in these copies with new ones for free. Why these 18 pickups? Because they were collected between December 14, 2022, and January 17, 2023. That's when the outcome of the results of the company's internal investigation were a collection of defective copies. Let's hope that this is the first and last 18 examples of faulty Ford F-150s. I really don't want your electric car to burn down your house or hurt someone else. Friends, that's all for today. Subscribe to our channel so as not to miss new videos. Good luck to everyone and see you soon.